Hi and welcome to my Newborn Essentials and Regret series of videos. Today I'm going to talk through bath and changing. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my bath. The bath that I chose is called the Shnuggle Bath. I bought it in Mama's and Papa's. It was like €23 and we were really happy with it. I think it was on offer at that price actually, but just to point that out. We really like it because it has this bum groove. And the bum groove keeps the baby nice and supported in it and they don't slip, and also it has this nice rubber back that again keeps them supported. Now when they're newborn you obviously have to keep them held up as well, but Olivia's 8.5 months now and she is so confident in the bath and she is able to sit up, and she's really loves her bath. So I've attributed to this really good bath that we got. It's suitable from 0 to 12 months, so you're going to get loads of time out of it. So I highly recommend it, the Shnuggle Bath, and I got it on Mom's and Papa's, but you can get it in lots of places. You can get it on Amazon as well. So next thing I want to talk about is another bath product. It's called the Skip Hop Moby Bath Rinser, and it was like £8 on Amazon, and yeah, it's really good product. I regret not getting this sooner actually. I bought this only a couple of months ago, but if I'd had this when she was a newborn it would have made rinsing her hair so much easier. It's got these nice ridges on it so the water flows evenly, and it's got this rubber edge so you can put that on the baby's head and it makes the water flow over the back of their head and not into their eyes. It's just a cute style and really good value for money. It's like a little toy as well. I have to say, when I first introduced it to Olivia she got a bit scared. Her little lip started to quiver, but I think it was just because she wasn't expecting this nice friendly whale to pour water over her head, but she loves it now, and it's something that, you know, I can see her when she's in her proper bath that she'll be like playing away with herself. So yeah, super cute and good value for money I think. So next I want to run through natural skincare that I used for Olivia. I use natural products because I use them all over my house. I use them on myself and I wanted to keep it as pure as possible for my baby naturally, because obviously newborns have such sensitive skin. So I originally just used the Weleda product and the Calendula shampoo and body wash, because I could really trust this brand. They're super clean, you know, they're really well known for being such a nice clean brand. Their website's super transparent and they can tell you all the ingredients of the products and where they come from. The perfumes they use are actually natural essential oils. It tells you that, which I really like. Not all companies do that. They'll just put fragrance or perfume and they won't say what it is. Now because it does have fragrances, when I looked this up on EWG's website, EWG, just a side note, is an independent website that is like a non-profit organisation, and you can look up products to see how clean they are. So if they have any irritants, any potentially hazardous, and it gives you a scale of 1 to 10 of how hazardous the overall product is or the individual ingredients. Now, not all products are on it, but if they aren't, you can then look into each ingredient. So that's what I've done for all the products that I've tried in her. This one came up as 4 out of 10, and the reason it came up actually a little bit higher is because of the fragrances. And even though they're essential oils, just because they're natural, they have potential to be irritants, so just watch out. But we had no issues with it. It's such a beautiful product, lovely and creamy, and I highly recommend it. Nice and affordable as well, Weleda are, for the quality of the product. So yeah, get it in health shops or on Amazon. The next product that I tried is the Green People Organic Babies. Now these have like 15 ingredients in them, so same as Weleda actually have 15. They're very lovely and natural, very pure. They came up I think at 2 on the EWG's website. I think for that reason is the sodium benzoate, the preservative, and those kind of things that like would knock it up a bit. Now you would have to have some sorts of preservatives in there, and they're not any parabens. Like parabens would be preservatives you really want to avoid. So these would be kind of like the lesser of the evils, say. 83% organic ingredients, lovely product, like nice and subtle lavender smell. Foams really nicely, and you know, not too expensive. The last product I tried was the Kin hair and body wash, and I have to say I was so impressed by this. It is such a gorgeous smell. Like I have to have it. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's like the cutest smell. There's mango in there, there's strawberry in there, there's another one I want to point out. There's mango, strawberry and lavender, so it's like that mix. It's just such a lovely smell. And they also have in there marshmallow, and marshmallow is good for dry skin and dermatitis, and Olivia has little patches of dermatitis of like recently on her, so I'm finding this really good, and it has such a cute smell, after smell as well on her. You know, it's subtle but it's not like overpowering. It's just a cute little smell. smell, and it's leaving her hair really, really soft, which I really like. It foams really nicely. Now the only problem is these guys are UK based. It's actually Emma Bunton is the co-founder of this company. They're really, really clean. Came up as 1.2 on EWGs, so they're really neutral, and so good for sensitivities and that. Really natural as well. You know, they would have like preservative again in there, but like they have to, or else molds and stuff can grow on them. But again, lesser the evils they would go for. So they're harder to get is the problem, because they don't internationally ship. So Kin, please internationally ship, at least to your friends over in Ireland. But yeah, they're really gorgeous, but they're harder to get. I had to do a dress pal to get a package of like got a onesie and some magic salve that they do, and this, and a few little bits to try on the wipes. They do actually do their nappies in Boots here in Ireland, or you can get them delivered to your local Boots, but they don't do the skincare, so it would be great to see that listed in, like, they also do Tesco I think in the UK, but I don't think they have it here yet. So they're harder to get, but they are gorgeous, and I really like this product. I think it's just, I have to have one more now. It's just such a cute smell. Anyway, so I'm going to go with this as my fave, and then number 2, the Weleda one, and probably the Green People, even though it's so natural and lovely, it's just the smell. I just love the Weleda smell on this. So that is the washes. Next up, I wanted to talk about what I put on her when she comes out of the bath. So I'm going to stick with Weleda here. Now I have to say I didn't try a lot of oils. I've tried an oil that I got at a baby massage class. It's really lovely, but I've stuck by the Calendula one because it's really like only 2 ingredients in this: the sesame seed oil and there's the Calendula, and it's lovely and softening. And I do baby massage, so we have a routine. She has her bath, and we come in here and she does I give her her full body massage to keep her calm, reflexology in her feet, and this has always worked great. Now if you do want one with a bit of scent, you can get the Calendula body lotion. That will come up higher though on the EWG rating, because it's got the perfume or the fragrance, but again it's from essential oils, but it does bring up the risk of irritations. But it's such a lovely smell. The Weleda smell is just doty. It just reminds me of her when she was a newborn, because this is what I used exclusively. So yeah, highly recommend them. You get them in health shops, and again, they're super economical. They're not very expensive, but they're really good quality product. Next I want to talk about, while we're on skincare, is the Nappy cream. So again, I kind of had only for a while there just tried these two. So this is the Burts Bees cream to powder, whereas the Calendula Nappy cream. I decided to kind of use the Burts Bees for a long time because I liked the way it had the talc-free powder included in it, the cream and powder in one. So it keeps her dry, but it obviously keeps moisture and all that. 99% natural, no parabens or any of that nasties. The problem with it is it does separate. Now we had eye delivery in the summer and it was super warm, and I remember being out once and like changing her and squeezing this, and like a half ton oil came out of it. But I have to say, you do need to shake it, so that's probably my fault, but you do need to shake it. It is a natural product. It's a super innovative product if you ask me, but they did come up quite high at 5 I think on EWG pure, and that is because of the fragrances again. And there's a couple of things in this. This wouldn't be the most natural of the options, I'd say, so that's why I've kind of ditched it, and I'm now using, but I do think it is a very good product, I have to say. But I am using now the Weleda one, because this one is super natural. It does again come up at 4 on EWG, but that's purely because of the fragrance, and like I said, it's natural fragrance, so it doesn't upset Olivia, so I'm happy for her to be exposed to it. And it's a lovely scent. I always have to have a little smell. It's a lovely gentle scent, and it actually keeps her very dry as well. So it goes on kind of like, if you've ever used a natural sun cream, it's got the zinc oxide in it, which is kind of like white. It's kind of like makes the product kind of feel more powdery or something. It doesn't separate, and it goes on like a nice cream, but it doesn't just moisturize, it goes straight in. I feel like it does kind of keep her a bit dry as well, and I know, like from talking to my local health shop, this is like the most popular one. So this is my favorite, I have to stand by. I did try the Kin one again for the purpose of this video, so just to have a few options. It's really lovely, beautiful product. It comes up again, Kin are super neutral, like a 1.3 or something on EWG when I got the number of ingredients and balanced it all out what's in there. But you have to put your hand in and scoop it out, and I found, when you're putting it on a little bum, and they're wriggling about, and you have to try to push it in for it to sink in, because it's like a hard kind of oil-based product. It wasn't as handy as the creams, and you know, I just think hygienic wise I prefer a squeezy bottle. Now this is absolutely beautiful for putting on dry skin. It's more like an everything balm, I would say, so I'd highly recommend it for like any dry skin, if for yourself or for your baby. It's just loads of different types of oils in there. It's got, I'm just going to call out a few, it's got sunflower, it's got beeswax, it's got calendula, well that's not an oil, but it's got watermelon seed oil, which I thought was a really interesting one, and pear seed oil, blackcurrant seed oil, so it's just full of seed oils. It smells lovely and so gentle, like it doesn't smell very strong, but it's just a really nice product. So but just again, can't really access it unless you do like, you know, an additional onto the shipping, unless can open themselves up to international shipping. So that is the skincare, the side of things. Just before we leave the bath altogether, I just wanted to point out a towel that I got that I really love. It's called Baby Mori, one of my favorite brands, and I got this part of the starter kit for the 6 to 9 months, and I really like it because the arms of it, it's the toddler towel actually, you can buy it for like £31, but I bought it part of the starter kit. The arms of it you can wrap around the baby, nice and soft and snuggly when they come out of the bath. There's a hood on it, it's a good big hood. It fluffs up really nicely after, you know, when you tumble dry it, and it's a nice soft, good quality thick towel, so highly recommend their stuff, so check them out. One towel that I got that I wasn't so keen on was an Aiden and A one that I bought in TK Maxx. I don't actually have it here with me now, but it's just quite thin, so all I say is when you're buying towels, try and get the thicker ones and ones that are just a little bit better quality. You know, I love Aiden and A as a brand, but that particular towel I bought in TK Maxx, just wasn't that impressed with it, so get thicker ones and ones that will fluff up nicely, because you want your baby to be all snuggly when they come out of the bath. So that is towels. Next I want to talk about nappies. I have gone for eco nappies because I wanted the gentlest on my baby's skin from newborn, and I wanted to have the least impact on the environment. And I mean, I use everything natural anyway, so why stop there? And you know, they're on your baby's skin all the time, day and night, and they're in them for so long. So just environmentally wise, your synthetic conventional nappies take like 400 to 500 years to decompose in landfill, which I just think is horrendous. So I didn't want to be involved with that. Your eco nappy actually only takes 4 to 5 years, or a year if you compost it. So that is just so much healthier, and it like weighs on my conscience so much less. So that's one big reason. The other thing is your eco nappies are made using bioplastics, and bioplastics are made using plants, and plants actually take CO2 out of the atmosphere, so it's good for the environment. Versus your conventional nappies, which actually made with plastic, which is made from oil. When you take oil out of the earth, you release CO2, so again it's bad for the environment. So think about our friends in the North Pole, our polar bear friends and stuff. I just do not want to be involved with that. The other thing then is, when you think about it, your eco nappies, all of these chemicals and things like dioxins that are produced when the inner fluff of the nappy is bleached, and they're carcinogenic, things like fragrances, dyes, you know, you'll have all much more natural ingredients in your eco nappies that aren't gonna, you know, cause any irritations with babies. So that's why I wanted to go natural, and now they are double the price. That's just to point out, like everything else natural, it is double the price, and they go through so much of them, so just consider that. But I highly recommend going eco. The nappies that I have tried, okay, are your Bambo Nature. Now these guys are really easy to get, they're in health shops and they're also on Amazon. They're very economical nappy, they're super soft. We use them exclusively for a long time because they worked really well for us, and they're nice and thin, and they good absorbency, you know, side panels are nice and big, they contour the baby really well, and we just didn't have any issues at all with them, and really easy to get. I get them on Amazon, I get them in health shops. The other nappy that we tried first off with Olivia is the Naty Nappy, but we kind of shunned them because we felt they were a bit hard. But since then, for the purposes of this video, I did actually try more, and I tried them again, and they're like super soft. So they've done something, they're much softer. So I kind of like they've won me over. Now they feel a bit thicker. It feels like they've more absorbency crystals in them, but like they fit really well. Really cute little leaf on the front, make her look like, you know, Eve from Adam and Eve, and they're just dolly, like they're really lovely. Their website is super informative. They give you loads of information about the nappy, what's in them. They also have a fabulous sustainability report, which I was really impressed with. And like, these guys sent samples of all their competitors' nappies out to this independent lab called Beta Analytic Laboratory, and they test them for biomaterials, and these guys came up top. So these have, they tell you they have 53% biomaterials in them. Bambo were a bit lower, which I wasn't very impressed with, and the Kin, which is the last nappy that I tried, were kind of similar enough to Naty. So that's what kind of turned me a bit off Bambo, I have to say, even though they're such a lovely nappy, easy to come by, very economical, lovely fit and all that. But bio-based wise, from that report, they kind of turned me off them a little bit. Naty are easier nearly to get again, because they're in Boots, they're in health shops, and you can get them on Amazon. Lovely nappy to use. I've totally been won over by them and their website. I just think their website is absolutely fantastic, and it really impressed me just how honest and transparent it was. The last nappy that I tried is the Kin one. That's the bum. It's a panda. I mean, it's just too cute. The front is plain. The other animals you can get are like a tiger, a bear, and a fox, and they're just so cute. These are the crowd that Emma Bunton is co-founder. We thought that these are A, the cutest, B, snuggest fit. They're not as soft as the other two, but they're nice and thin, but they're harder to get. So that was for us. They have the most awards, like Mama Baby kind of related awards, have loads of those. They are involved with the World Land Trust, which I really liked, but I have to say they're harder to get, and that's kind of a little bit annoying, but you can get them delivered to your local Boots and collect them, or if you spend 50 quid on Boots, you get them delivered to your house. But yeah, just availability wise, if they were in the likes of Tesco and stuff, like I think they're in the UK, that would be really handy, and if their wipes and all that were available too, so that would be great to keep them in. So yeah, they're the three, and I'm probably, if I had to pick any, it would be Naty, just for availability and like transparency of their website and just the fit, the nappy and all that. But Kin would definitely get it for cuteness. So yeah, that is nappies. The next thing I want to talk about is baby wipes. So even if you think I've done a lot of research on nappies, I have gone overboard with baby wipes. So I've tried loads of different baby wipes, all the natural ones of course. I tried Waterwipes. If they worked for me, I would have been so happy, because there's only 2 ingredients in them. But the grapefruit seed extract, which kind of works as their antibacterial, is it has irritated Olivia a little bit, because it made her a little bit red, so I have to stop using them. But if you were going to get wipes for your baby, I would say try them first, because they're so pure. But again, because you're naturally, just because a natural ingredient doesn't mean it's an irritant. You know, I think it came up 3 grapefruit seed extract on the EWG website, so watch out for that. But I tried them first because they're really easy to get, which is really important, and they're also like not too expensive, and they're very pure. The next wipes I tried are Bambo Nature. We were so happy with them. They're so economical. You can get them on Amazon, and they're like, I think £14 or something, or that price mark, for like 10 or 12 packets of them, and there's like 80 in each one. The ingredients in them I didn't find were too bad. They have a couple of preservatives, but they do have something called propylene glycol, which I wasn't so happy with, and I have to say that's why I stopped using them. Propylene glycol is a penetration enhancer, and it's just a known irritant. That's why I stopped using it, because Olivia has a bit of dry skin and kind of dermatitis, so I stopped using them purely for that reason. But economically wise, and how they work, the wetness of them, the thickness of them is all very positive, but I just stopped using them for that reason. When I got an overall grade on EWG for the wipes, when I got the number of ingredients, totted all them up together and got an average, they actually weren't too bad. They were like under 2, but I still stopped using them. The wipes that I'm kind of using and that I highly recommend are the Kin or the Naty ones. They're kind of very similar. Now they do have preservatives in them, which again they have to have, but they are made of viscose, and they're super, like, there's actually a lovely lemon limey, even though they're unscented kind of smell, and that's actually, I found out, the smell of the viscose. But harder to get actually, but these are easier to get, as I said. But they're kind of similar in like how they feel to use them. Super natural, but do have a little bit of preservative. And when I rated them both on EWG, then the Kin came up a bit more neutral, I think about 1.4, and these guys about 2. If Kin were more readily available, I probably would go use these guys. Because Naty are easier to get, I probably will use these going forward. One other wipe that I did try was the Kinder by Nature wipes. Now I have to say, they kind of dried out a bit. They're super economical on Amazon. They're very natural actually. There is a bit of preservative in them. They tell you what everything is on the back and the ingredients, which I really liked. But I didn't like the smell. I tried the Herbal ones. They do unscented, and obviously they're not going to have a smell. But the Herbal, I don't know, I felt like they smelled a bit washing up liquidy, and they do foam a little bit. I mean, as functioning white, they're good. I just wasn't too gone. I felt they were a bit thinner as a cloth. I have to say the Kin would be my faves, and then the Naty, but obviously Naty are easier to get, so I'm probably going to get them more often. So next I want to talk about nappy bags. I've gone with eco nappy bags as well because it doesn't really make sense to put your eco nappies into plastic bags. So I've tried 2 brands. There's not a huge amount that I can get here in Ireland. Kin I've tried, and again they're hard to get here in Ireland, but I've tried them anyway, and they are made with GMO free corn. They're a little bit harder than the Naty ones. These are the Naty ones, easier to get. These are a lot softer and they tear a little bit more easily, and these are a bit harder. So if I could get these, I probably would go more Kin, but these are easier to get, so I'll probably be sticking with the Naty. We use the Herbal nappy bin. It's an eco-friendly bin. Again, you can get eco bags for it, and they're like a continuous stream, so it's really easy to use, and you can buy it on Amazon and get the refills on Amazon, and it looks nice in the nursery as well. It's quite pleasant looking. The last thing I wanted to talk about was our changing mat. The changing mat we use is for mums and papas, and it's one of those fabric covered ones now, which is a bit of a pain because you have to keep washing them because you've loads of accidents when you have a newborn. But I like it because it's nice and soft, and it comes with a little pillow. I got extra changing mat covers here, and I was glad I did because I constantly was worried. Like, there'd be days there when I could be putting 2 or 3 on when she was really small, and the outer bit does get accidents on it as well, let's say, but so you can take it off and wash it, but they don't do replacement covers, so it'd be great if they did. But yeah, I would recommend it. If you don't want to be washing, then I probably would just go with those plastic ones, but I just felt for baby's bum and for comfort for her, these are handy. And I also use these extra little covers in my own nappy bag and around the house for changing her. They're kind of handy. So that is everything I wanted to cover today on bath and changing. I hope it helped you, and if you have any questions, as usual, leave a comment below. If you would like to subscribe, you're going to get to see loads more videos. And yes, so that's everything. So hope to see you soon, and thank you for listening.